Hello, and welcome to the engineering, or otherwise known as the design process. We're going to go ahead and get started here. So hopefully this would be a quick little video to lead you into your assignment throughout the rest of the week. Let's get started. All right, let's go ahead and try this out here. The engineering process, designing solutions. All right, so I want to tell you too, you can go ahead and pause the video here and for about a couple minutes or so and fill out your initial thoughts of what you think the engineering process is. So go ahead and pause it now, restart it when you're done. All right, welcome back. So let's move into an example process here. So this is a process some of you may be familiar with. Let's see if you can figure out what it is. We have a little graphic organizer, some written work, looks like some revising and editing, looks like some proofreading marks, and a printing press. Well, let's see here. So we start out with pre-write, move into drafting. Have you got it yet? Oh, proofing. I bet most of you have it now. And then we publish our work. And it's the writing process. Yes, you may not know it as the writing process, but you may have gone through this as something that we have done or you've done before. And you may find that you bounce back and forth between these two quite a bit, or you go back to this one and then go to these ones again and again before you move into this one. So just a little, this is the writing process. And the engineering or the design process is very similar. So let's go ahead and move on here. So with the engineering process, it has 6 parts. The first part, understand what the problem is and know what a solution needs to have. This is oftentimes what I refer to as identifying the specs or specifications. Specs is short for specifications. These are the must-haves. What does the solution have to have? What does your client want? What are the parts that it absolutely positively has to have? Brainstorming possible solutions. Now we're moving into generating concepts. This is where you research current solutions. Are they working? Are they not working? Do you have a better solution? Can you create something new that hasn't existed before? Then we move into designing your solution. This is where you pick one to try. And you're not picking one of the current ones. You're looking at maybe picking one of the current ones that you can improve upon, make it different. You're going to draft it out. This is where you draw a sketch, identify a list of materials that you're going to use, and make sure that, what specs are you going to be meeting, or which, making sure you're kind of keeping those in the back of your mind. From there, you're going to build and test. You're going to build out your solution and create it and design, take your designs and bring them to life, and you're going to try it out. Does it work? Does it not work? And here you're going to get into evaluating the solution, and does it include what it needs? And again, you may find that you bounce back and forth between these two, or you may go back into where you have to define the problem. You find you have a problem when you evaluate it. And then you come back up to the top here, and then you're going to have to define, okay, what was the problem? What are solutions to that problem? What do those solutions look like? And then, so you may be doing a lot of bouncing back and forth. This is one of the reasons why software developers or people who write code make a lot of work, is they go through this process quite a bit. And then once you find out that it does work and you get to where it's working, then you can come in and present your solution, show it off, turn in your work, so on and so forth. So this is the solution, this is the design process. You can go ahead and pause the video when I say to for a couple minutes if you need to get this into your notes. Make sure you have these definitions before we move on to the next task. Go ahead and pause now. Bam-o! Welcome back. Okay, so now we're going to move into the task, and the task is going to be kind of simple. Once you have the definition in your Evernote or your notes, you're going to illustrate these. You're going to find pictures that represent the definition, and I'm going to go through that here in a second as I switch over to my Chrome browser. So you're just going to search online for pictures that illustrate the definition that, as you understand it. We'll be talking about these in class, and then you're going to put your pics in your notes. Now this can get kind of tricky, so stay with me as I demonstrate this for you. So I'm going to exit out here. Let's say, yeah, let's go ahead and keep those. Okay, so I'm going to switch over to Google Chrome and Evernote, and you can see here, this is kind of what I'm looking for here. So let me just get rid of that. So here I've gotten my notes. I've found a picture that I think illustrates define the problem. Now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to find one that says generate concepts. And I'm going to start by I'm going to create a space for the picture to go into. And then I'm going to sneak over here to Google. And I'm going to exit out of this picture here. And I'm going to go to generate concepts. And I'm going to see here, I'm going to look through, and I'm going to say, I'm not really finding anything here that looks really good or whatever. So now I noticed in my definition I have the word brainstorm. Maybe, you know what, that makes more sense to me. So if you're looking through here and you're not seeing what you think or what you agree, what you like, then look for try looking at parts of the definition. So brainstorming. I'm going to come in here, I'm going to say, brainstorming. You know what? I like this picture here. So I'm going to go ahead and right click on it. I'm going to save image as, and I'm going to say, you know what? I'm going to call this brainstorm. I'm going to say save it. I'm going to come back to Evernote, and I'm going to make sure I click there, and I'm going to click attach file. I'm going to choose the file and I'm going to say brainstorm. Now the important thing is if you see the picture show up, it should insert. If you see something like this, it's probably not going to insert. So just go ahead and click that, click open, and you'll see here, okay, there it is, and you're going to attach the file. Now don't freak out if it says upload complete and you don't see your picture. You're going to see it right down here. So now I'm just going to click on it. And I'm going to start. Now you see the little line off to the left of the picture. It looks like a little centimeter long line on the left hand side of your screen. You're going to watch that, and I'm going to kind of bring that up here, and you're going to see it should scroll with me. Hopefully it will. If it doesn't, that's okay. I'm going to insert here, scroll it back up, grab the picture. I'm going to watch that line, and I'm going to put it in right where it goes. Now don't worry about the size of the picture. All I want you to do is make sure you get a picture and have it after your definition. Then scroll down to the next one and add in the next picture. So you'll do that for all 6 parts of the process. All right, let me go back to these slides here and let's go current slide. There you go. So that's your task. Well, I'll take a look at these. You can work on this in class overnight, and then we'll have another little part or another little task to do once we get done with this. Good luck, and let me know what I can do to help you out.